Hi everybody, I'm Tammy Gangloff from Dehydrated store, and I'm back. I've been on a new adventure with freeze drying food. And what I want to talk about is the things that you can do with freeze drying that you cannot safely do with dehydrating. You can freeze dry mashed potatoes and actually get the mashed potato flakes where you can make mashed potatoes. You cannot do that with the dehydrator. You can freeze dry cream cheese and get the cream cheese powder and reconstitute it back into cream cheese by chilling it in the refrigerator after you mix it up. You can freeze dry sour cream the same way you can do the cream cheese. Also regatta cheese, cottage cheese. Another thing you can do safely with the freeze dryer that you cannot do with the dehydrator is you can freeze dry raw eggs. And if you go online, you'll see that freeze dry raw eggs are so expensive. You pay close to anywhere from $80 to $100 for one can of freeze dried eggs. And it's so easy to do. So now I'm going to open up the mashed potatoes so I can give you a general idea what they look like. Now these mashed potatoes are a year old. Of course they have the oxygen pack inside, which I recommend highly. Here are the mashed potato flakes, and you can see how nice these flakes are, just as if you bought the powdered mashed potatoes in the store. But this is all mashed potatoes. There's no chemicals, there's nothing else here but mashed potatoes. This can here, this jar is about a year old, and it rehydrates right back into perfect mashed potatoes. It tastes so good. And here we have powdered raw eggs. You simply take the raw eggs, blend them up, put them on your freeze dryer tray, and you freeze dry them. Now you can separate the whites and the yolks and do just egg whites. You can add water to these, mix it up, and it turns into a perfect scrambled egg. Or you can add these to your cake mixes or whatever you're cooking. These raw eggs here are approximately a year old as well. And you can see they're nice and dry and a perfect powder. Now I'm going to show you the cream cheese. Now depending on what kind of cream cheese or what brand you purchase, the color might be a little different. Sometimes you'll get really white, sometimes it'll be a little yellow. But once you rehydrate it, it'll turn right back into cream cheese again. You simply add the water to it so it's thick, and then you put it in the refrigerator to harden it up a little bit, and you have cream cheese again. This is also great for all recipes requiring cream cheese. Cheesecake, you can absolutely use this making a cheesecake. And so I want to show you how soft and powdery the cream cheese turns out. It's absolutely wonderful. And like I said, it can be used in all recipes requiring cream cheese. The same thing with the sour cream. Depending on what kind of brand you purchase, the sour cream could take on a different color. Sometimes it can be very white, sometimes it'll be a little yellow like this one is here. But when you reconstitute it, it turns right back into sour cream again. And you can see how nice and dry and flaky and powdery it is. And this sour cream has been here in this jar for a year with an oxygen pack. So stay with me while I take you through the process of freeze drying foods. I'm going to show you all the things that you can do with a freeze dryer, all the amazing things you can do, and the kids are going to love it. There are things you can't safely do with a dehydrator, but you can safely do with a freeze dryer. So what I'm going to show you is how to incorporate your dehydrated foods in along with your freeze dried foods. And we all know how important it is to build our pantry. So stay with us.